Our next story is about achieving balance. When Frankie Lewis decided her son Keegan wasn't getting enough physio, she not only tried yoga on him, she became an instructor. Yoga's always been considered a great way to de-stress. Frankie Lewis figured that if it works with adults, then it must work with kids. Frankie's integrated yoga practice into 12-year-old Keegan's physio regime.
Keegan, do you want to come and grab you?
And she reckons it helps them both achieve a degree of harmony in their lives, which have been a little stressful since Keegan was born, 14 weeks premature with cerebral palsy.
I attended yoga classes and I attended 3 different classes over the years as we shifted and teachers shifted as well. And it's only the last teacher who I asked her to come and have a look at Keegan to see if there was anything that we could do in terms of yoga, and I realised that I was already doing it. Then she suggested that I did a teacher training course, and I said, oh yeah, that really appeals to me. I was really interested in learning how Keegan operates. Keegan was getting some physiotherapy, and I always thought he was not getting enough. I never thought that it was up to me to do stretches with him.
Jump for joy, shaking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now a qualified teacher of yoga herself, Frankie also helps others with specific needs. She's written a book outlining the practice and how it's complemented Keegan's therapy.
1, 2, 3, come on, go.
Swimming is also an important part of Keegan's therapy. Not only does it build muscle, it's loads of fun.
We have been going swimming since Keegan was 1. He's now 12, so it's 11 years. He just loves it because as much as he's dependent out of the water for most of his physical needs, when he's in the water, he's just like a fish. So it gives him independence, and also it's really good for keeping muscle range and preserving his joints and his hips.
We heat the pool to 32 degrees, which is essential for him to be able to relax in the water. Most pools of this size are normally around about 27 degrees, and that 5 degrees makes a huge difference. As he's not able to, move and expend a lot of energy, he loses body temperature quite quickly.
Although it looks easy, Frankie and Keegan always need another person with them to help with the practicalities.
Just to handle him and be able to, he gets changed in one area and I get changed in another one, and there's lifting involved, so yes, it requires someone to come with us.
From the outset, Tony and Frankie have had to be proactive to get the information and support they need.
Keegan was born early, 26 weeks gestation. Certainly surprising for Frankie and I. Went through a fairly traumatic period over the next 3 months in terms of him being in NICU and SCBU. Diagnosis of cerebral palsy at 9 months of age. It's put a lot of stress on the family. And I think a lot of that stress comes from not so much within the household, but from the external sources, the barriers that we face on any given day. Just the day-to-day issues and giving him the support services that he needs.
Which is why they helped set up an information website called Proactive Parents.
What it gives people is somewhere where they can go and hopefully get some answers through our experiences. I mean, one of the big things we found when we were sort of thrust into the disability sector was, where do people go to get these answers? And really there was nowhere. It was just a matter of work through it, suck it and see, and learn from your own experience. So if we can pass that experience on to people who are now into the situation of maybe looking after a special needs child or a partner or whatever it may be, well, that's got to be a win-win.
And one more. Combined energy and shared focus have been the force behind Tony and Frankie's quest to provide Keegan with the best.
Both Frankie and I are in the mindset that this home will be Keegan's home, no matter what happens. It's his home. So we've did some major renovations in the downstairs bathroom and laundry area, combined it into one main room, which pretty much is an ensuite off his bedroom. Big wet shower area, and the tracking system there is to assist with the lifting from the bedroom to the bathroom, and if need be with the right slings he can manoeuvre himself into those areas.
And not only for that, but I can't lift him off the floor anymore, so we need a host.
And that was the night before you were born, and then the next day, what happened?
I was born in hospital.
You were born in hospital.
In addition to Keegan's physical needs, much attention has been placed on the emotional and spiritual state of the family as a whole.
What I'm learning with Keegan is first to accept things the way they are, and by being with him and meeting his needs with acceptance, it actually helps me to grow in spiritual awareness.
I think you'll always be a little bit smaller than me.
But I'll still be a little bit bigger. I'll still be middle-sized.
I think so. We enjoy our life. You know, Keegan brings us a lot of joy, and as I said, he's here for a reason, and that reason is to educate people and make people aware. Yes, I have a disability and I'm a bit different to you, but hey, life goes on. It's more important than you know, getting out there and chasing the big money and materialistic things, and you know, I think society has to go away from that. There's more to life than that, and that's what Keegan's here to teach us.
I'll still be the same middle-sized Keegan.
Middle-sized Keegan, absolutely.
Why?
Because that's the way you're going to be. That's the way it is. Is that perfect?
Perfect.
If you're interested in that website set up by Keegan's parents, go to proactiveparents.co.nz.